Yo, what's good, crypto fam? We about to dive into a theory so wild, it might just make your Bitcoin balance multiply overnight. The street's been talking, and the rumor mill is churning about none other than Jack Dorsey, the man behind Twitter and Square. Word on the blockchain is he might actually be the mysterious, mythical Satoshi Nakamoto, the OG Bitcoin creator. Before you dismiss this like a spam email promising you free Bitcoin, this theory's got some legs, and we're about to break it down for you. Sean Murray, the big dog over at the bank, is leading the charge on this one, folks, so buckle up yourselves because we're about to go deep down the rabbit hole, exploring the clues and connecting the dots. All right, let's rewind the clock back to Jack Dorsey's younger years, way before Twitter fingers and billion-dollar valuations. Picture a young Jack, navigating the bustling streets of the early 2000s, a time when the internet was still in its Wild West phase. Turns out our boy Jack was always a bit of a techie, always tinkering with computers and coding away in his room, fascinated by the internet and all its possibilities. He saw the web not just as a tool, but as a new frontier to be explored and conquered. But here's where it gets interesting. Jack wasn't just browsing cat memes and trolling in AOL chat rooms. He was diving deep into the underbelly of the internet. He was knee-deep in the world of cypherpunks, a subculture of privacy-obsessed hackers who believed in the power of cryptography to change the world. These were the folks who laid the groundwork for what we now know as cryptocurrency. Jack was right there with them, absorbing every bit of knowledge he could. He was rocking Hashcash t-shirts, devouring crypto newsletters, and even attending meetups where the future of digital currency was being debated, and even studying cryptography like it was nobody's business. He was obsessed with the idea of secure, private communication. And get this, back in 2003, way before Bitcoin was even a thing, Jack wrote about ditching the US dollar and creating a barter network. He envisioned a world where people could trade goods and services directly, without the need for traditional currency. Sound familiar? It should, because that's basically Bitcoin in a nutshell. Jack was ahead of his time, thinking about decentralized currency long before it became a buzzword. Now I know what you're thinking. So what? A lot of techies were into cryptography back then, but Jack wasn't just any techie. He was a visionary, someone who saw the potential of the internet and cryptography to reshape the world. Let's talk about Jack Dorsey's Twitter bio for a minute, specifically the one he had up back in 2007. It was a simpler time, and Twitter was just starting to make waves in the social media world. See, back then, Jack described himself as a sailor. Not just any sailor, but someone who navigates the vast, uncharted waters of the internet. Now that might seem random, but hold on. There's more to this nautical theme than meets the eye. Remember how Bitcoin's code has that whole nautical theme going on? Coincidence? Maybe. But it's intriguing, right? But some folks think it's a clue, a subtle nod to Jack's secret identity as Satoshi. The idea is that Jack, with his love for sailing, might have embedded this theme into Bitcoin's DNA. And it doesn't stop there. The connections keep piling up. Remember those timestamps in Bitcoin's early code? Turns out, they match up with when Jack said he was up coding in his 2003 autobiography. Late nights, early mornings, the grind never stopped. We talking 4 a.m. coding sessions, people. The kind of dedication that only a true tech visionary would have. Look, I'm not saying a shared love for sailing and late-night coding sessions are enough to confirm Jack as Satoshi, but these little details, they add up. But they're definitely interesting breadcrumbs on this digital treasure hunt. Each clue, each hint, brings us a step closer to unraveling the mystery. And let's not forget about Jack's personality. The man's known for his cryptic tweets and his fascination with all things code. It's almost like he's leaving a trail for us to follow. Section 4. Coincidences or clues. Location, timing, and Bitcoin birthdays. Alright, let's get into some next-level detective work. We're talking about the curious case of location and timing. Back in 2009, there was this little incident where Satoshi's IP address was accidentally leaked. Guess where it pointed? California, the Golden State, the very same state where Jack Dorsey happened to be living at the time. The first ever Bitcoin transaction went down on, get this, Jack Dorsey's mother's birthday. And if that's not enough, Satoshi joined the Bitcoin forum on Jack's birthday. And to top it all off, the last block mined by Satoshi, the grand finale, the mic drop moment, it happened on Jack Dorsey's father's birthday. But when you start piling these coincidences on top of each other, It's hard not to raise an eyebrow. Section 5. Bitcoin addresses. Hidden messages in the blockchain? Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to get deep into the weeds of Bitcoin addresses. These aren't just random strings of characters, they are meticulously crafted digital fingerprints. Now, as you know, these addresses are like digital fingerprints, unique identifiers for every user on the blockchain. Each one is a complex alphanumeric code designed to be both secure and anonymous. But what if, just what if, some of these addresses contained hidden messages, secret codes pointing to the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto? Imagine the intrigue and the mystery that would unfold. Some clever internet sleuths have been digging through the blockchain, and they've stumbled upon some interesting anomalies. These anomalies aren't just random glitches. They seem to be deliberate, almost as if someone wanted them to be found. Turns out some of the earliest Bitcoin addresses, the ones believed to have been created by Satoshi himself, start with the letters NS. These letters have sparked countless theories and debates among crypto enthusiasts. Now, where have we seen those initials before? Oh, right, Nakamoto Satoshi. Coincidence? Perhaps. But in the world of cryptography, coincidences are rare. But it gets even juicier. The deeper you dig, the more you find. One particular address, buried deep within the blockchain, contains the string JD2M. This string has baffled many, leading to various interpretations and theories. It's like Satoshi couldn't resist leaving his mark on his creation, a trail of breadcrumbs leading back to his true identity. Or maybe, just maybe, it's a challenge for us to solve, a puzzle that keeps the legend of Satoshi Nakamoto alive. Section 6. Satoshi's Vanishing Act, Workaholic or Mastermind in Hiding. Let's talk about timing for a minute. See, whenever Satoshi needed to disappear from the Bitcoin scene, claiming he was swamped with work, it magically coincided with major milestones in Jack Dorsey's career. In 2008, when Satoshi went radio silent, Jack was busy launching Square, his payment processing company. Coincidence? You tell me. Then there was that whole WikiLeaks situation. Satoshi, always the cautious one, warned against donating Bitcoin to the whistleblowing platform. And the timing of Satoshi's final disappearing act? Well, it just so happens to coincide with Jack Dorsey juggling two CEO roles, running both Twitter and Square. It's almost like Satoshi knew when Jack would be too busy to maintain his double life. Section 7. The mystery remains, Dorsey's evasive answers and the allure of Satoshi. Now you know I had to ask Jack Dorsey about all this, right? I hit him up straight up, point blank. Yo Jack, are you Satoshi Nakamoto? And you know what he did? He dodged the question like Neo dodging bullets in the Matrix. Never confirmed, never denied. Just a whole lot of cryptic silence. Now, some people say that's just Jack being Jack, the tech world's resident enigma. But others, they see it as a tacit admission of guilt. Like if he wasn't Satoshi, why not just come out and say it? Why all the secrecy? The truth is, we may never know for sure who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. The mystery of Satoshi Nakamoto is part of what makes Bitcoin so damn intriguing.